You're going to see a large number of elderly because elderly are living longer. And it's important for you to know the age-related changes that can affect their health, that can affect the health and their functional ability. Now, it's important to know these age-related changes vary from individual to individual. What I did is I broke down the age-related changes into systems, and I accompanied it with some considerations when you're working with the decontamination process. The nervous system, they lose brain cells, and as a result of that, they have a decreased blood flow, which results in slowed verbal and physical response. So it would be important for you to allow time for them to make decisions. They take longer to read and make decisions. They don't want to make a quick snap decision. So you'll need to avoid overwhelming changes. You're going to need to repeat directions. They have memory loss. You might instruct them to do something, and 2 minutes later they're asking you, what did you say? What am I supposed to do? So there may be some memory loss, short-term, long-term memory loss, forgetfulness. They become easily confused, especially when you bombard them with a lot of information. I need you to move here, take your shirt off, do this, that. They will become very confused, and maybe at one point they may become agitated. So we want to avoid overwhelming changes. Keep your instructions simple and short, and don't rush them if at all possible. The next one is skin. This is real important. Their skin, they lose elasticity in their skin, so their skin becomes fragile. Their skin can tear, it can bruise, they can develop sores real easily. They have decreased action of their sweat glands, so their skin might be dry. They may complain their skin is dry or itchy. They're photosensitive. They will sunburn easily, sometimes in part due to their medications. They have fewer nerve endings, so they have sensitivity to touch and pain. They have increased sensitivity to heat and cold. So depending on the day, is it cold outside, is it warm outside, you'll have to adjust to that. For that, they'll have to adjust. So what we want you to do is handle their skin gently. Again, it can tear, bruise. You want to avoid any friction, shearing, pinching, pressure on their skin. You want to keep them out of the sun, so put them under a tent, get them hats, cover them with blankets, whatever is needed. If it's warm outside, you want to make sure they're cool. If it's cool outside, you want to make sure that they're warm. You want to remove their clothes gently, and with the elderly, they like to dress in layers. So you might be taking 3 or 4 shirts off, sweater, sweatshirt, t-shirt. So you need to keep that in consideration. Use care with hot water. If I take a shower and I use hot water, it might be warm to me, but it's going to be hot to them. So keep in mind water temperatures. Vision. They have decreased visual acuity. They have a hard time reacting from a dark, if they're under a tent in a dark area and you're moving them to a bright, they have a difficult time accommodating to the light. They have difficulties with their peripheral vision. It's like seeing straight through a tube, and they lose that side vision. So they could injure themselves if they walk into something or not see something coming towards them. A lot of folks have cataracts. Older adults have cataracts, and it creates cloudy vision for them and cause some obstructions in their vision. At least 90% of older adults have some degree of hearing loss. And taste and smell, they have dulled senses in taste and smell. Some of the considerations, you want to handle their visual appliances, their hearing. Now, it might be hard for them to give them up, but you'll have to work with them on that. Provide large print reading, use gestures pointing to where they need to go. If there's picture books, pictures, picture boards, use those communication devices. They do have trouble seeing greens and blues. And they're at risk for falls and injuries, so you want to give guidance and navigate them through the decontamination area.